Hey. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Mailbox Power Lunch and Learn. As you can see, I could not be happier than to be welcoming my co-host back to our Lunch and Learns, Joe Kennemore. Not only is he back joining us again today, it's his birthday. So
Mhm.
happy birthday, Joe.
Why, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And boy, am I happy to be back. I'm happy to be in front of everybody. I'm happy to be back here with you, Vanessa, doing a lunch and learn today and talking about next year. And yes, it's my birthday. I just wanted to share with everybody what I walked into my office about an hour ago. This is what I walked into.
Love it.
So, yes, quite fun. I didn't know how to get through the sea of balloons, and I'm going to have to work my way out of this. That is for sure. But I'm sure all will be well in the end. I have no doubts about it. So, but
I love it.
I'm ready to start talking about people's success for next year.
Yeah, I'm super excited about talking about setting yourself up for success. As you know, those of you who have been watching our Lunch and Learns, December has really been about your business and figuring out where you are with your business. We talked about evaluating your marketing budget, determining what it looks like for next year in terms of considering your wins and your losses and your opportunities from this past year. We talked about taking a look at your client base and determining who your best clients are and sorting your clients into different buckets so that you can communicate with them effectively. If you want to learn about those topics, go and watch some of our previous Lunch and Learns from December. We do these every single Wednesday. So go and look at some of the Lunch and Learns from December, and you really get a good, you'll be able to put your finger on the pulse of your business if you watch those. And then, of course, that will lay the foundation for this Lunch and Learn, which is setting yourself up for success in 2022. Look, over at the comments, Joe, we've got all kinds of people wishing you a happy birthday.
I know. It's pretty awesome. And I love each and every one of them. And I think from what I'm seeing, I think I may have received a card or a gift from most of these folks as well. Matter of fact, I know I'm looking at this is yesterday's, right? So I got a couple to go through still for sure. And there's some really super creative stuff in here. I love what Helen Browns did with a key for a birthday.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. I love it. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming my direction, and I'm so thankful that I've been on this planet for as long as I have, and I can't wait for another year.
Yes.
Let's go.
I hear you. Well, I'm super excited to have you back and super excited that it's your birthday. The coolest thing about Mailbox Power, though, is the fact that we do get to celebrate people and we're celebrating you. So let's talk about setting yourself up for success in 2022. There are some essential things that need to happen in order for you to move your business forward in 2022. And Joe, let's talk about these, what we call the essentials of doing business in 2022.
Yes. If you're doing these three things, your business will grow, period. All right. I'm the ultimate optimist, but the facts are the facts. I mean, our customers that do these things, that thank people for their business, that use a happy birthday, half birthday campaign, and nice to meet you, when their business increases. Do you want your business to increase next year? I mean, it's simple. It's just three things. Okay. Not how long do you think it would take to set these up, Vanessa? I mean,
honestly, Joe, we set up a birthday automation last week. Helen Brahms, I believe it was last week, was showing us how to change out our birthday automation for the year. And so we set that up, and it took her honestly about 5 minutes or so to set that up. So if you think about that in terms of investing in your business and being able to set something up that is going to be automated and run for the entire 2022, taking some time to set up, thank you for your business, happy birthday, happy half birthday, and it was nice to meet you. Setting just those three things up will take you less than an hour. Much less than an hour, probably about 30 minutes, to sort your customers and clients into categories and to be able to get those automations rolling. And that is the key, is taking the time on the front end, isn't it, Joe? Before the new year, before you launch into the new year and your new business, and before you get crazy with the new year, is to take the time now to set these things up.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And by the way, you can connect the nice to meet you group to your birthday group. So you kill two birds with one stone. And now all you're doing is collecting that address one time, and you're automatically putting them into two groups. There's so many easy ways to do this, and you do need to automate it. You just do. It really makes life simple. Not only does it make life simple, but it sure makes your phone kind of fun at times too, because people will text you and go, "Oh my gosh, thank you for the birthday gift." Or,
Yeah.
"Wow, I've never received a gift from somebody that wanted to do business with me before. That was really thoughtful." Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And when was the last time, I've asked this question often, when was the last time you received a gift from a business you just started doing business with? Yeah, never. I know. This is why we preach from the rooftops about thanking people for the business. So yeah, awesome stuff.
Exactly. So let's talk about that. Let's give some examples here, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this thank you for your business. I wish people, I hope all of you that are listening to both myself and Vanessa right now understand just one thing. This is unique. This is different. This sets you apart from all the chaff, from all of those people who call themselves your competitors. This will set you apart. This is just one thing. And I promise, if you put it in a box, right, make it a gift and a card thanking them for their business, I think, no, I don't just think, I know it works. I know it's a win, a huge, massive win for you. In the psychology of your customer. I mean, the law of reciprocity is in play. I don't know how many more ways I can say, if you're not doing this, you're missing the boat. Like you're on the freaking pier and it's the ship is moving away from you. You need to do this. You need to thank people for their business and continually thank them. There's a lot to be said for it, don't you think?
I absolutely agree. And we're talking about thank you for the referral, thank you for the opportunity to quote, whatever it is that your customers or your clients are delivering for you, that's what you need to be thanking them for. So that's the important part here. Moving on, Joe, to this, which I know you love this. This is a simple acknowledgement of somebody's loyalty. I'm going to see if I can click that a little bit bigger so that people can see that. Can you read that, Joe?
I think I can. It says first name. So we'll just read this to Vanessa. Vanessa, this year has challenged our business in many ways, but it's customers like you who have kept us going during these challenging times. We appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for supporting us and allowing us to continue to serve you. Now, Vanessa, would you tell the story about your grandma and loyalty? Do you remember the story?
The AAA, right?
You know what I'm talking about. It's super important that people feel, like they're one. I mean, customer loyalty is a big deal.
Yeah. So this was my husband's grandmother, a sweetest lady on the planet. And so my husband was taking care of some of her, her affairs as she got older. She was well into her 90s, and he was taking care of her, some of her things. And she got a renewal notice for AAA. And he's like, well, Granny, we don't really need to do this, because she hadn't been driving for quite a while at that time, actually about 2 years since she had driven a car. And she's like, oh, no, honey, I have to renew it. And he said, but it's AAA and you don't drive, so you really don't need this. And she's like, no, honey. And she was fishing around in her wallet, and she pulls out her card, and it said proud member for 60 years. And she's like, I can't not renew. They keep sending me these cards.
It's important to people. Some of us, we're kind of chasing goals, right? And some people who are in business with you and have been for a long time, it may be 9 years, but when you send them that and say you've been in business, for 9 years, they're searching for the 10th all of a sudden.
Yes.
Because you're making it a big deal about their loyalty.
Yes.
And, that's the deal. You're just making them feel good. This is really simple, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's about acknowledging people, thanking them for their loyalty, making them feel good along the way. But loyalty begets loyalty, right? So it's a two-way
Mhm.
street. And the more you acknowledge that loyalty, the more loyal people are. Just like with Brad's granny, the more, they send her a card every year with that number 58, 59, loyal customer for 60 years, and loyal member for 60 years.
Yep.
And there was no way she was going to stop a service that she didn't even need.
Exactly. That's exactly. And because loyal customer, identified as a loyal customer. So yeah.
Identified and acknowledged as a
Yes.
loyal customer.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So, Joe, let's talk about celebrating birthdays and half birthdays. Very appropriate today.
Well, I have not had that soapbox out for a minute. My goodness.
Check it
Okay.
out.
Folks, listen, birthday, half birthday. And, I know half birthday. And we haven't celebrated a half birthday since we were 12, and that's okay. But the truth of the matter is, there are so many ways to celebrate people, but putting a message in front of them for 50 cents plus postage. And if you're one of our executive members or pro members and you're using your free cards for that, it's postage.
Yeah.
To put a smile on your customer's face. And like our last slide, to acknowledge them on their half birthday. It's not even their birthday, it's their half birthday. And some of the half birthday cards that I've seen talk about, what are you going to do with the second half of the year? The that next half of the year, which I think is absolutely amazing. This one on the right here, I wholeheartedly wish you a halfway decent half birthday.
Yeah.
That was my half birthday card a couple of years ago. Absolutely phenomenal. I can't even tell you how many texts, emails, phone calls I got from people just chuckling because they got that. But you know what? They saw my name.
Yep.
They saw my brand. They
Yep.
saw my name.
Yep.
That is a huge deal in business. And if we're talking about business, yeah, it's about being nice. Yes, it's about being a good human and celebrating everybody's birthday. But there's business here. We're talking about business. Birthdays and half birthdays work. And even if you only send a birthday card and a half birthday card, you're talking $2 per customer, basically, is about what it's going to cost you with 50 cents plus postage. If you're one of our pro or executive members, simple stuff. Now, of course, at Chocolate, you are on the winning side of the whole world at that point. 98% of the population loves chocolate, and you just add chocolate and run with that, because I promise. It is a huge win. And please don't miss this. This is one of the biggest no-brainer automations to increase your business in 2022 that we have available. Literally, it's just a matter of fact, it is the one. If I were going to tell somebody to do one thing, just one thing with Mailbox Power, it'd be a birthday, half birthday campaign. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, if there was nothing else, I would just do that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And I wanted to share some of these other cards. There are some great cards in our card catalog, some fun things. I love that one in the bottom right corner, Joe, it's your birthday, first name, go nuts. Now, first name, let's talk about that merge field, because I bet there are people that are looking at this going, what do you mean first name? Like, what's that all about?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Well, merge fields, where it says bracket, first name, bracket, our system looks for that text and it replaces it with the first name of the recipient that it's going to, which does what? Yeah, it personalizes the front of the greeting card, the front of the brownies, or the mug. It doesn't matter. Those merge fields are a really, really big deal, to us, to our company. And honestly, when you're using it on postcards, this is what converts. This converts bystanders to people who pick up the phone and call you for your business.
Absolutely. And this particular card, it's your birthday, Joe, go nuts. It's paired with one of our delicious Reese's peanut butter cup brownies. Oh, I mean, who wouldn't be in heaven, right?
Yeah. Isn't it funny that, we all fight for the Reese's peanut butter cups? I'm not going to say I've ever went through my kids' Halloween candy and looked for maybe some Reese's Pieces or something. I've never done anything like that, but I know people that do that for sure. Okay. Or
Guilty, guilty.
yeah, the pinata breaks, and what are we all chasing? Yep, the peanut butter
The
cups.
peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. The next one is let's talk about how to collect those birthdays, because I think that there are probably people watching, Joe, that are like, yeah, I have customers, I have clients. I'd love to be able to celebrate their birthdays, but I don't know where to start in terms of collecting their birthdays, because that's not a part of my business model. I'm not an insurance agent who has people's birthdays. I'm not somebody who has that automatically in my database. So that's what this is all about, is pointing you in the right direction in order to obtain those birthdays so that you can put them into a birthday automation. And as Joe said, that's the very minimum you should be doing, but here's how to do that.
Yeah, so you can ask via email or text. Pretty simple. You have a link that comes right out of your Mailbox Power account that you can just send to somebody via email, or you just ask them to send it back to you if they don't want to click on the link. Either one, I would highly suggest that. Go to Facebook, find those upcoming birthdays, and then use the birthday challenge. And the birthday challenge basically is really cool. If you don't know what the birthday challenge is, it's this. If you'll add 30 people to your birthday campaign in any given month, and you submit that and let us know that you did it, we will put you into a drawing for $1,000. We take this stuff really, really seriously. But let me further add to this, because this is a big deal that we all need to be cognizant of. Our time is valuable. It's the most valuable asset we have, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm the CEO of Mailbox Power. I take the time to add people to my birthday automation. And why do I do that? Because I know how valuable it is to have them there. I know how valuable it is for you. I don't care what your position is. You need to take the time to do this, or you need to give instruction to your virtual assistant, your executive assistant, your whoever that's helping you. A project manager, doesn't matter. The value will come back to you 100-fold if you will just participate in celebrating the lives of your customers and your friends. Don't miss this. It's worth every single minute you will give up to get this done, because in the end, people are going to perceive you differently. They're going to perceive your business differently, and they're not going to cheat on you. And that's kind of the deal, right? We just want to keep them all. I want to keep all the customers I can. So.
Yes. And thank you for the reminder, Joe, because I was just, as you're sitting here talking about updating that, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, there are people that I've met in my neighborhood this past year that I'm not sure that I sent them, I need your mailbox. I'm not sure I sent them my link. Because we were in a social situation. I'll have to go back and check, but thank you for that reminder. There are probably people that I need to add to my birthday automation that I would have forgotten had we not had this conversation.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, one of the funnest things I do is I'll sit in my backyard and I will go look, like on a Saturday, see whose birthdays are coming up, whose I've missed. And I love my belated birthday card gift. Is freaking phenomenal. It's straight right out of our design store. It's easy to go grab. I think it's even a free one. It is a free one. And it's just awesome. It makes people smile, and it gets them right on your birthday campaign, but you send them that belated. It's worth my time every single time. So yeah, don't miss that.
Yes. Yes. So we've talked about thanking people for their business. We've talked about collecting birthdays. The nice to meet you is another essential, what we consider an essential part of your business in 2022. Start out the year right. Start out the year with every single person you meet, every single person that comes across your path as you're expanding your network. If you can send them, put them into an automation that sends them a card, or a card and a gift, a card and brownies, a card and peanut butter cup brownies, whatever it is that you decide to send out. But if you can start that fresh at the first of the year, if you're not already doing it, make a commitment, make that one of your easiest possible New Year's resolutions, is to get people into a nice to meet you campaign or automation. Sorry, I was using former language, but we call it automation. So get them into the nice to meet you automation, and you will be, again, putting your best foot forward in 2022.
Absolutely. And a couple of things that may help you. Think about this. You meet somebody new, and I know Vanessa was like, hey, everybody knew, but I'm going to further just kind of qualify this a little bit because I've met some people I didn't want to do business with. But the people I want to do business with, I mean, if I really want a relationship with them, this changes the game. This right here changes the game. And I'm just going to ask this question. How many times have you received a gift after you've met somebody new that wanted to do business with you? Yeah, I kind of suspect that probably a big fat zero is what the answer is. But, I have a rule. And if I'm in a physical meeting and I meet somebody new and I want to do business with them, I don't leave the parking lot without putting their information in to my automation for nice to meet you. So that gift goes out the next business day and usually arrives within 4 to 5 days. And I get this, wow, I can't believe this. Yes. Now, that person wants to do business with me now. I want to do business with them. Now they want to do business with me because of my business acumen and how I've treated them and how I've made them feel. I've made them feel special. Anyway, also on Zoom meetings. I mean, what a nice addition to a Zoom meeting. How often do we meet people in other states and countries that we could actually send something to that we want to do business with through Mailbox Power? I mean, this is no joke, folks. I mean, seriously, if you meet somebody you want to do business with, start the relationship off right. Just start it off right. And I promise it changes the dynamics.
Yes. And start fresh. The first of the year is the perfect time to start fresh and create these new habits that are going to carry you into the new year successfully. And that includes building relationships with your vendors. That includes building relationships with your employees. Why not get them on automations as well, so that you are not only shoring up your client customer relationships, but also those other very important relationships with vendors and employees. After all, they are the grease to your business, right? They're what keeps things running on a daily basis, both the vendor supply side of things and the employees.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So, Joe, we have come to the end. I know.
What? That's it?
Yeah. So we have come to the end of this Lunch and Learn. But here's the thing. I keep saying this, and I know I sound like a broken record, but if you can put these things in place now, you are going to save so much time. You're going to feel organized. You're going to save time. But more importantly, you will be strengthening those relationships that are so very important to you and so very important to growing your business. You'll be strengthening and fortifying those relationships so that 2022 is your best year ever. And Joe, as we said in that card that you read earlier, these are uncertain times for a lot of people. These are times when that gesture of sending something to say, hey, I'm thinking about you, or hey, happy birthday, or hey, we haven't crossed paths, or we haven't been to a face-to-face meeting in a while, but I see you on Zoom all the time, or whatever that is. Those one-off cards can be done right here at Mailbox Power as well. And those are equally important. But if you can set up these automations, you won't feel so much pressure to do those other ones.
That's exactly right. And listen, everybody, these are weird times, right? We just went through 2 years of a pandemic, and it's not over.
Right.
But guess what? You can still win. You can still win during these weird times. You just have to do something that's uplifting, that is different, that's unique, that really puts your customer in a different space. I mean, when you imagine what we all kind of go through every day. Now, I've become very good at tuning out the negative BS, right? I don't listen to the news. I don't watch the news because it's negative, right? That's just not something I want to participate in. But most people are bombarded by it. They're listening to the radio and, all of a sudden what's coming on? Negative.
Yes.
Be the positive in people's lives. Be the positive in your customers' lives by doing these things. It really is a simple gesture. It doesn't cost much money. Yes, it's a marketing sales expense, whatever you want to call it, for your business, but you're also investing I guess you're investing in your customer. You're investing in their emotional well-being and yours as well. That's the other secret of this whole thing. It's not just your customer's emotional well-being, it's yours. Do you know how good it feels to get a text from somebody after you've done something nice for them that just says, OMG, I can't believe this. You are the most thoughtful person on the planet. And you didn't even remember, but boy, it sure does feel good. Be that person. Be the one that makes a positive change for everyone. I think it's important. I'm super optimistic about what's going on next year and how anybody associated with this business is going to go out and just crush it and just have a great 2022. Let's not let uncertainty and what's going on in the world stop us, because there's no reason for it at all. We can all move the ball this next year.
And I'll tell you, you're absolutely right, Joe. And I'll tell you another thing. We at Mailbox Power took a page out of our own playbook and started sending out more things from Mailbox Power over this past year. And I do believe that has been really responsible for a lot of the growth that we've seen here at Mailbox Power over the past year, is the fact that we're getting better and better at communicating with our own customers.
Yes, as my partner Justin calls it, or our partner Justin calls it, eating your own dog food. That's kind of.
But we've gotten so much better at it. You know, it's funny. It's the cobbler's children, the shoe cobbler's children.
Oh yeah.
But when you take the time, and again, to take the time to evaluate your business, take the time to stop for a second and think about the things that you're doing well and the things you're not doing well. And when Joe and I sat and did that last year at this time, one of the things that we thought we could be better at communicating with our own customers. And we put some things in place to make that happen. And that in and of itself has made a massive difference in terms of the way people feel. And like you said, Joe, eating your own dog food.
Exactly. I want to talk to Cameron for a minute. Cameron says, I've been doing this a long time, but I have to confess, I don't have everybody's birthdays. Over 500 people. Oh, wow. Cameron, if you're still listening to me right now, guess what? You're winning already because you've already got it set up. You're already adding those birthdays. Just stay the course, my friend. You are winning already, and you're going to win even bigger, in the end, as you get everybody added eventually. And you'll keep adding. That's a constant, you know what I mean? Those birthday automations are constant, and don't pull them off just because they're not doing business with you anymore. Biggest mistake you could make right there.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Birthday automation. And Cameron, I would like to invite you personally to participate in our One Birthday Away challenge. If you participate in the challenge by gathering 30 birthdays per month, we have a drawing every single month for $1,000. For a lot of you, that's your birthday budget. That can cover a lot of people, because remember, with our pro accounts, you're getting 50 free 5x7 greeting cards and free postcards. With our executive accounts, you're getting 200 free 5x7 greeting cards plus 2 sizes of postcards. So all you're paying is postage. $1,000 can go a long way, marketing wise, in terms of communicating with people. And like I said, sending out those birthday cards, nice to meet you cards, thank you for your business cards, whatever it is that you'd like to send out, those are going to come out of that, those free cards. All you're doing is paying postage.
That's exactly right. Exactly. Well, this has been fun. We've kept it simple, right?
Yes.
You can find all these automations at Mailbox Power. All you got to do is click and install them. Go change your birthday cards for this next year if you haven't. If you're a current customer and you haven't changed them out, change them out before January 1st. I know that's what I'm working on this week, is getting some new half birthday cards done, maybe even a new nice to meet you. I do like to change that stuff up every year. So anyway, there you have it. That's all I've got, Vanessa. What do you think?
Well, I think that next week we'll be talking about New Year's resolutions and goal setting. So if you'd like to join us next week, New Year's resolutions and goal setting, and bring pen, bring paper. You are going to do a little homework on that call. So, and invite your friends. If your friends are interested in setting some goals and making some New Year's resolution, we're going to talk about SMART goal setting.
I love it. Love it. Love it. All right, everybody. Thank you Thank you for your time. I know it's your most valuable asset. We appreciate each and every one of you that watched this Lunch and Learn. We hope you've got some value from this. We hope you've learned from this. And listen, if you're having any problems, go every day, 12 noon Pacific time. Get on one of our training calls. Get with our chat team. They'll help you get it set up. They've been known to just reach out and call people back too all the time. So anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Happy birthday again, Joe.
Thanks. Bye-bye.